Hey guys, I'm Joe Stillwell and this is The Rebel's Advocate, and I'm going to do another video in the series of If I Was God. This is the series I do where I talk about a Bible story in which God intervened or did something, and we look at how he did it, how he handled the situation, and then how I would handle it, and we see if I could have done a better job. And that should be a really impossible thing because I'm a mere human and he's God, but we'll see. We'll see how I do. And you can be the judge. Let me know in the comments. So today I hinted at the fact last video that I might do the flood, and here basically I just finished recording our video and now I'm going to do this one. And we're going to talk about the flood. And again, I put zero thought into these. I don't, research or think about it a whole lot. I just kind of think about a Bible story of what he did, and then I'll talk through it right here. So first let's go through how God handled the flood and what actually happened. So God created a bunch of people. We went through that in the last video about this, and then they turned evil. It all started when they ate the fruit, and then it just snowballed. People were horrible. And so God, at one point, God's just like, man, like, it's just, what have I done? These people are horrible. I got to do something. So he decided the best way to handle this would be to make it rain, like, until water covered the entire earth, and like drown every single human being in the world, except he needed to save the animals. So how are you going to save the animals? You can't get animals to build a boat. But it just turned out, lucky us, that there was one good family, one righteous family. So how do you save them? Well, it turns out people can build a boat. But this is going to take a really long time, like a long time. But God gets this one family to like build a boat. And it's like, got it. I remember this right? It was like Noah, his wife, and he had 3 boys, and they had 3 wives. I think that's how it was. So there's like 8 of them, I think. So 8 people. I don't know how much the women helped back then, because women didn't do a whole lot back then. They weren't allowed to, I don't think. So at most you had like 4 guys, building this boat, this massive boat that has to hold, like, not just 2 of every animal, but many animals, 7 of every animal. A lot of people think it's just 2 by 2 by 2, but it was actually, there's different, clean and unclean. So there's a lot of animals, there's like 7 of each. So they have to do that, and then God is like, alright, when they finally finish, he puts them on the boat. The rest, like, nobody changed in that time, everybody's still horrible. And then he closed the door, and then he made it rain. And he drowned everyone in the world. And then the waters receded and come down, and then Noah and his family come out, and then they just all started having sex with each other to repopulate the world. That's what happened. They don't go into great detail, but they had to repopulate the world, and it was one family, so a lot of incest going on. Of course, I mean, if you believe Adam and Eve, then it's just a repeat. Adam and Eve, is a lot of incest going on. I guess it was okay, if you're trying to save the world, I would have probably just let the world die out at that point. If it's like, just like, if it was me and my wife, and I had 3 sons, and they had 3 wives, I'd be like, you know what? Like, they can have kids maybe, and they all grow up, but maybe let's just enjoy the world and then die out. That's probably what I would have done. But they repopulated. So anyway, that's how God handled the situation. So could I have done it any better? This was pretty short and sweet. I think I could, maybe I'll draw it out a little bit, but short and sweet. I would have solved it by doing things the way in the last video when I talked about how I would have created the universe. That would have solved the whole problem right there. There would have been no flood. So basically, if you're all-powerful, all-knowing, you knew this was happening when you created the world. But you did anyway. Like, he knew the flood was going to happen when he created the people. So I would have just avoided it at the beginning. Nip it in the bud, as Barney on the Andy Griffith Show would say, nip it in the bud. That's how I would have handled it. But let's just say that I went ahead and created, I did everything the way God did up to this point. Now everybody's evil, and I have to get rid of them. It's just like, okay, there's a few good people in the world. There's like it's one family, but the rest of the world's just evil. Like, these people gotta go. Like, apparently even the kids gotta go for some reason. I mean, just think about that. Like, in that flood, there was like 2-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 12-year-olds, like, they had no clue what was happening. Like, there was newborns, like, literally had just been born, and they're like, they didn't know what was happening. But if I had to, I think what I would have done, since I'm God and I'm all powerful, I would just been like, psh, everybody's turned into dust. Like, I just end them, because that's how you could do it. Like, literally, I just did it. Like, everybody done, no pain. They don't even know what happened. Like, they just don't exist anymore. That's it. It's pretty simple. I mean, I get it. It's not a great story. You don't get to build a boat. But that's how I would have done it. And didn't know it would be like... And then I would probably create more people for Noah's kids. Like, at least created more people for Noah's grandkids. So like when his sons, they had kids, I created some more people for those kids to have sex with. So, I don't know. I mean, you're God, you can make people from scratch. I wouldn't have made the family, like, go through all the incest. I think I would have done that differently. But that's how I would have handled the flood. Let me know if I did that okay. So, anywho, that's my video for today. Let me know in the comments if I did it better than God or not. And thanks for watching. And if you want to support me, go to patreon.com/TheRebelsAdvocate. Follow me on Twitter at TheJoeStillwell. And thanks for watching. I love you guys. Goodbye. Or at least I love some of you. Goodbye.